Hello, investors. So I'm really excited to bring you this property today. Look how cute it is. So 30-year architectural shingle roof, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage. It's a newer house, nice little landscaping, great neighborhood, a lot of homeowners, good streetscape, good looking neighborhood, which is what attracts these better quality of tenants. So we're going to get into this one just to give you a little bit of a teaser. This one's got 12% cash on cash return. Wow. It's a county-only area, so you're paying 40% less in taxes. This thing's going to cash flow $325 a month after all expenses. We'll get into that in just a minute. But first, we're about a month away from the 3rd annual Memphis in May Barbecue Festival Investment Tour of Homes. So this is where people are coming in from all over the country. I'm extremely humbled by the outpouring of support from you guys, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to learn a lot. My goal is for you to leave here with all the questions you might have about Memphis answered. And then I want all the questions you might have about the team that I've assembled here in Memphis that takes care of my investors from all over the world, how that functions, how we support you through finding the properties, and after you've purchased the property, moving forward to set you up for success. So if you haven't registered for the event, please, there's an opportunity on my website. Go on there, click the button that says register now. I want to see you here in Memphis. We're going to have a lot of fun together. So where is the property? Take you from macro to micro, show you where this property is. So we have downtown Memphis to the left of the screen, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital with the $9 billion investment coming into Memphis. We go south, we see FedEx with the largest air cargo hub in the Northern Hemisphere. We move our way east past Warren Buffett's intermodal unit labeled there BNSF Railroad, huge employer in that area, warehouses, train, of course, interstate system for trucking, and then FedEx anchoring it with the overnight air freight, right? Let's go due east of there into the Hickory Hill area. Remember, if you go east and south, as you go east and south, the more desirable these neighborhoods become. The houses are newer, parking is more available. This house has a 1-car garage. But as you go from the pink area into the yellow area, we've entered a new dimension. So this is the county-only area that's so desirable. You pay 40% less in taxes, as I mentioned before, and it skyrockets your ROI. Your cash-on-cash return goes to the ceiling. Don't get set on you have to buy only county-only tax areas because they're so limited. But when you do find one, this one will go quickly. I expect after this video goes out today, we'll have multiple people wanting to buy it. So who will buy this house? So I'd love to sell this house to someone coming to the event, someone who's working with a lender that I'm familiar with. So it makes this process simple and streamlined. Someone who is, bought from me before. So this is a very sought after property. I know a lot of you guys are going to be interested in it. I have a lot of great properties on the website. Check them all out because I have great options for you guys, and I'm adding a lot more just this week. So starting with the bathroom, we came in and knocked it out with some decorative tile, new fixtures, missing a light bulb. That bugs me, guys. You don't know how bad that bugs me. Great kitchen with some painted cabinets and new countertops, the same tile on the floors in there. Great open living room with 12-foot vaulted ceilings, new light fixtures, a gas fireplace that won't be used by the tenant, by the way. This house is going to rent for $1,250 a month minimally. I'm really hoping to get you $1,300, but I want to under-promise, over-deliver, so I've got it on here at $1,250 a month. Great little breakfast area, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage. This house fits a lot of needs for different types of tenants. The elderly, or not elderly, good Lord, is the baby boomers. So I'm getting a ton of baby boomers moving into these houses. But they're in their early 70s. They're young. They're spry. They play golf every Saturday. Too young to go to a retirement home. Too old, they've told me, in their opinion, to go out and get a 30-year mortgage. Let's rent this house for the next 3 to 5 years while we figure out our next phase of life. Single moms. I can get a lot of people maybe who just went through a divorce. They've got a couple of kids. They're coming out of a 3,000 square foot house. Next 3 to 5 years, let's figure out our next phase of life. So a young couple that's looking to have their first child, they're going to rent for a few years until they're able to qualify for a mortgage. This little house fits a lot of needs. All right, so let's jump into the numbers because this is what you guys are really excited about. 12% cash on cash return. That's $325 a month cash flow. So let's define that. Total monthly income of at least $1,250 a month minus the expenses. So where are the expenses? Down here in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm accounting for vacancy, insurance in case the house burns down. So hazard insurance, you have to pay that. We have a group rate available to you guys at only $42 a month with awesome coverage. Because it's 1,000+ properties grouped into this policy, you're reaping the rewards. I'm bringing that to you as part of the team that I've built here in town. Principal and interest. So right now with a 20% down loan at 5.25% interest, if you're interested in how to get that, please reach out to me. Over a 30-year period, that's a fixed interest rate. So your principal and interest is what you're paying the bank each month. Repairs. So I've estimated future repairs at 5% of collected rent because it's a newer house. On older homes, we would estimate 8%. So this one's at 5%. Management is at 8%, so $100 a month for management of the property. And then, of course, Uncle Sam gets his money. In this case, it's a reduced amount at only $74 a month. So after all of those expenses are deducted from your gross monthly income, that gives us the cash flow of $325. So the total cash needed to purchase this house is 20% down plus closing costs, so an estimated $32,000 to get into this investment. Cash on cash return works like this. So you need $32,000 to buy the house. You're writing a check for that. The 20% is your money. It's still in the house. The closing cost is gone day one. It's why it's called closing cost, right? That's a 12% return on that money. That $32,000 investment you're making to buy this house today is going to predictably produce a 12% return on investment year over year if taxes are never raised, based on the expenses listed in the bottom right-hand corner. So if you're one of those people that says, look, James, I use 10% for my repair costs, fine, plug it in. It's still going to cash flow great. If you go with a different insurance provider who's more expensive than $42 a month because you prefer to, that's fine. And if it's $75 a month for insurance, this house still cash flows really well. So you can massage the numbers, change them in your spreadsheet, your pro forma. I know a lot of my investors out there have their own spreadsheet. Feel free to plug in your own numbers. And I'd love to, you to share that with me. And I love, getting in your head and seeing how your mind's thinking about each of these investments. So from the website, go to any of the properties, click on a picture of the house you're interested in. That's going to open up the diligence vault where you're going to see house pictures under construction, during construction, after construction. You're going to see marketing flyers, tax information, the pro forma. If there's more data you need, feel free to reach out to me and the team, and we'll get that for you. So lots of photos. You guys, most of you don't live in Memphis, so I want to bring Memphis to you. I'm your boots on the ground that makes this possible to invest thousands of miles away. So I'm going to sum it up right here, guys. If you haven't already scheduled to come to the event, there's going to be certain properties that are held for this event only, as good as the one we're looking at right now. So that's reason enough to click on the button that says register, get your flight information, get your hotel information. I'd encourage you to stay at the venue. So we're having this at the DoubleTree by Hilton on Sanderlin Avenue. We have a discounted room rate still available for a limited amount of time. This is a big week in Memphis because of the festival going on. So the rooms will sell out. Flights will get harder and harder to get in. So if you're thinking about coming, but you haven't committed yet, this is my word for the day. Commit. Come. You're going to take away at least one thing that's going to change your investment career, put you on an escalated path to where you're trying to go. I can promise you that. But if it's only one thing you take away, it was worth it. I think you'll receive even more value than that. I look forward to seeing you guys. I'm humbled. I'm honored by the support and trust that you give me and my team. We're here to serve you. Happy investing out there, guys.